Ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ kú ojúmọ́ mọ́. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sábàlá tá a ti gbára wa lọ́rọ̀ yànjú. Adetunji ọmọ Alabi ń lóko mi. Onílọ́jọ́ kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2021, ọjọ́ ìsinmi. Ìsinmi ìdùnnú, ìsinmi aláyọ̀, Olódùmarè ó yọ̀ǹda rẹ̀ fẹ́nìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa. Òwe wo la ní fún wa lónìí?
Right, Solagbade here. I want to give credit to whom it's due in this particular broadcast. I once wrote an article in which I described the fact that Nigerian society, people generally do not go out of their way to acknowledge others for their contributions, especially while they are alive. More often than not, we wait till the people that are making such a huge difference in our lives, who are adding value to us on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. We wait till when they've passed on, or some other time when they've gone out of relevance, before we acknowledge them for what they're doing. And for me, I resolved that I would make it a point of duty and literally a way of life to constantly give, if possible, instant acknowledgement to anybody that I see has consistently added value to me or to those I love. So I go out of my way to say thank you. I go out of my way to see if I can help them do better. I go out of my way to encourage them and do as much as possible just to let whoever that individual is know that what he or she is doing is not just a waste, that is making a difference. So because of this, you see that once in a while I do tributes to people. I've written tributes to my mentor Bob Dubin and to others who are even passed on. I've written about the way I feel about Fela Nicola Pokuti and the difference he made in my life with his songs and his lyrics. And so today, I just thought about it and I decided, I've been using a young man's work to teach my daughters, especially my older daughter, who is really picking up with Yoruba now. My kids, for those of you who may not know, they are half Igbo. So, and they speak Igbo, they understand Igbo. But to my shame, they are not as good in Yoruba. I'm only grateful that because I put them in a public school in Lagos State, which I'll tell you are superior to many of the so-called private schools in the quality of learning they are affording the children. The truth of the matter is that, so luckily because I put them in a public school in Lagos State, they've been able to get around that limitation of my poor start as a parent in teaching them their Yoruba language. And today they're actually conversant with the language. They actually use it to some extent and they certainly do well in the exams. But I wanted them to go way beyond that. For instance, in the use of proverbs. So some of you know that I published something I call the 10 Storyfied Proverbs. Okay. You see, I think I'll put a screenshot of it on, so in which I was actually selling that. I've actually sold that several times. So the reason why I did that was I was trying to teach I came in from Cotonou sometime. I was trying to expose them to Yoruba language because I worked with a journalist in Benin Republic at that time in Cotonou who had a radio program. It was all in Yoruba and he was extremely gifted in the language. He only spoke Yoruba and French. He did not speak any English. So we were friends, of course, and we would speak French, we would speak Yoruba. And the guy, I decided to help him. We're going to do some stuff online, though we never really succeeded in starting off fully. But the stuff he showed to me inspired me to come home and try to expose my children to proverbs. I had this book of 1,000 Yoruba proverbs, but I didn't have the ability to write with the tonal marks and all that. I'm young. So when I saw this gentleman begin to post his updates, I think he called it daily proverbs, the Yoruba proverbs, in the Alumni Association group I belong, UI. I was so excited. And as I listened to him about twice, I just decided I'll start forwarding them to my daughter. And I know that it's made a difference for her because, it's the context in which proverbs are used, the deeper meaning they contain, and the wisdom they impart on you. It's amazing. Yoruba culture is rich. And for me, it was a great way to get around the limitation of not being able to expose my child to the culture by living in a society. This gentleman is doing such a wonderful job with his work. So it is for that reason that I've created this video compilation of some of his works that I've seen, at least the one that I have access to on my phone, because my phone, I lost my history. So I don't know how far back. All right, this goes. I can't even remember when I started following him. All I know is I just kept following and following. I don't even know how many other members of the Alumni Association group have been following him, but I just feel that this guy is doing such a great job. And to have discovered himself in the man, because I think this is his calling. And for him to have discovered himself in this manner, I think it's to be celebrated, because when it comes to the preservation of our indigenous languages, as a people, we are really failing. So people like this gentleman, in my opinion, should be encouraged as much as possible. And personally, I am willing to do whatever it takes to help this guy go global, because I really believe that there are many, not that I believe, I know. I've actually had people who have inquired because of the Yoruba Proverbs thing I did, which is nothing because I'm not even an expert in the language. I've had people inquire about learning Yoruba language from me. And I said, I don't feel competent. This guy can help a lot of people, and in the process, he will help us recover pride in our language, in our culture. He's obviously a guy who's very knowledgeable about it. So I just want to celebrate him. And I want us to, if you listen to this and you really think he has added value to you, I wish he had some platform on which people could follow him and all that. That's something I really wish he could do. Even if it's just on Facebook or something, or on YouTube, I don't know, somewhere where people could follow him, maybe on Instagram, I don't know. I wish he had something, then it would have been wonderful. But for now, I'll do this, and I'm going to try and find out from him what plans he has, and if there are things he can do to enable people to kind of begin to discover him, so that he gets credit for the work he's doing. I feel a bit uncomfortable with the fact that he's releasing his work in a medium where it is possible for it to get taken and attribution given to somebody else. You know, Raymond Mokri recently shared a story about the lady who has been republishing his work on right to the same Facebook platform under her name, and claiming to be the author of all the stuff he's been publishing for years. And she was getting credit for it in the media in South Africa. It's amazing. But luckily, he discovered her because somebody from one of her followers, came and accused him of being a content thief. Can you imagine being accused of stealing your own content? And that's how he even found out she had blocked him preemptively on all the platforms so that he couldn't really see what she was doing. Okay, so he had to go through his PA's phone to be able to discover that indeed she was actually republishing his work. Can you imagine that? Anyway, what I'm saying in the sense that I feel this young man could actually take his work to the next level, and also to protect himself and protect his intellectual property, because this is valuable work he's doing. This is work that will never die. There's so many ways it can be used. For me, I just want to celebrate him today. I've told my daughter about him several times, sent it to her. I'm going to send this particular compilation to her because I want us to sit down together and take each of the proverbs and listen to him and then review it. But you can also read it. That's the beauty of it. So the version I'm going to do here on this compilation is, you're going to, I'm sure as I'm speaking now, I'm going to make sure you're seeing slides of the ones that I have. But the one I'm going to feature is the one he did on, I think, August 15th, just a few days ago, maybe 2 days ago, that I've actually turned into a kind of a short clip, about 3-minute clip, all right, in video format. And I put his photo and everything. And I just feel it's only right. So if anybody encounters any body of work that is similar to this, and listen and hears this voice, please know the name is Adetunji Alabi. That's the name, young man's name. That's all I know about him. You can see his phone number on the screen. You can see his what other details does he have? Yeah, it's just a phone number, I think. I don't even think I have his email address. I've only spoken to him once. So please, I guess the best way to appreciate him would just be to call him on his phone or whatever. I really think the guy deserves a lot of acknowledgement for this, and I hope he continues doing it.
Ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ kú ojúmọ́ mọ́. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sábàlá tá a ti gbára wa lọ́rọ̀ yànjú. Adétúnjí ọmọ Àlàbí ló kọ mi. Onílọ́jọ́ 15 oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2021, ọjọ́ ìsinmi ìdùnnú, ìsinmi aláyọ̀ Olódùmarè ó yọ̀ǹda rẹ̀ fẹ́nìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa. Òwe wo la ní fún wa lónìí? Àbàtà takété bí ẹni pé kò bá odò tán. Àbàtà takété bí ẹni pé ò bódò tán. What is the translation? The marshy place keeps aloof as if it is unrelated to the river. What is the wisdom? When the going gets tough, few people will stick with you. Try and mentally prepare for this. Everybody loves the winner, but when you lose, you are on your own. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, nígbà tàbátàbá takété bí ìgbà tí ò bódò tán, ṣáà ní ìrọ́pá àwọn méjèèjì ọjọ́ ṣe pọ̀ rí. eléyìí fi ń kọ́ wa pé àwọn àsìkò kan ń bọ̀ èèyàn tí ó bá tiẹ̀ tí ì dé sí wa tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tá a rò pé wọ́n sún mọ́ wa gan-an jù àwọn gan-an ni ó ṣe bí ẹni tí ọmọ wa rí. Nígbà tójú ọjọ́ bá ṣú díẹ̀ fún ọ ìwọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni ó sùn mẹ́yìn fún ọ o. Àkànní a sọ fúnra wa láti múra lẹ̀ ni nítorí a lè fẹ́ irú ilé ìkú láwùjọ wa tàbí láyé tá a wà yìí. Ṣé bá a rántí pé owó ní jẹ́ mo bá ọ tán ó sì ní jẹ́ ta ní mọ̀ ọ́ rí. Nígbà tọ́rọ̀ bá ṣe ọ́ wò tó o sì ti láǹfààní àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ kan àtàwọn tí wọn ò fẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ kan, dákun má jẹ́ ó bá ọ nínú jẹ́. Rántí pé ẹnìkan ṣoṣo tí ò lè fi ọ́ sílẹ̀ nínú ìṣòro kankan láyé yìí, òun náà lára rẹ̀. Oníkálukú abití ẹ lára, gbogbo èèyàn pẹ̀lú ṣòro tiwọn. Ìwọ ọ̀rẹ́ wa, mo fẹ́ kó o fi sọ́kàn pé ọ̀rọ̀ ilé ayé yìí igi dá ẹyẹ fò ní o. Bí ìṣòro kan bá yọjú tó o sì rẹ́ni dúró tì ọ́, bóyá kó o rí gẹ́gẹ́ bó rí ọ̀fẹ́, dákun má rí bí ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ rárá. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá rí irú eléyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀tọ́ wọn ló ṣeé ṣe kí wọ́n bá jákulẹ̀ pàdé. Bí jákulẹ̀ bá sì ti ṣẹlẹ̀, ó ṣeé ṣe kọ́kàn rú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ò bàjẹ́. Fún ìdí èyí, láti fọkàn ara wa balẹ̀ ká sì ní àlàáfíà, ẹja mọ́ ni lọ́kàn pé ẹlẹ́rù ní í gbé níbi tó ti wúwo, kò sẹ́nì kankan tó jẹ wá ní ìfẹ́ tàbí àdúrótì bó ti wulẹ̀ kó mọ́. Once again, remember that in this life that we are in, you are on your own. When the going is good for you, it is normal that people will come to you. It is normal that when things get otherwise as well, people tend to stay a bit away. Both of this is normal. Get yourself ready for both so that you won't be disappointed when they happen. Nígbà tí ó bá dọ̀la tá a tún mọ́ gbóhùn ara wa, Adetunji ọmọ Alabi ló kọ mi. Ẹ lè ní ìbéèrè tàbí ìrànlọ́wọ́ tàbí nǹkan kan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú wa. Ẹ pè wá sórí nọ́mbà yìí 08068489613. Ó dàbọ̀.